dope. That's dope. That's dope.
Is that OBS?
I don't know.
We can see you. You good.
Mm-hmm.
No, it got to be OBS because if he lean back, he'll disappear into the lion's mouth.
Lean back.
Oh, okay.
Now we can see him. That's just the chair. I can see the chair.
No. Today he not disappearing, but
okay.
as long as I've been seeing Rufus, when he lean back, he disappears into that lion's mouth. So I think
when you go to certain channels, right? Certain people know how to play like certain movies in the background though. I seen that in the troll sector. I went to the troll sector. Say what you want to say about don't people know how to play certain movies in the background? And just be chilling. I'm like, which movie that is? He told me what movie it was and everything. He had it in his background.
I want to breach this topic a little bit. Is that okay with the panel?
Yeah, that's the topic.
So
broken promises.
Right? And I'm just going to give a little bit of assertion.
And do you see that Pookie is a minotaur?
The black man promised the black woman, and a black woman promised the black man that we would stick together after slavery. And
that was a lie.
Promise was definitely broken.
I have to challenge you. I have to challenge you on that. You know what I'm saying? Just to have a conversation with you, because I even brought this into these spaces. I was like, I don't really. Okay. I think when it comes to that, since you want to bring up like the gender war thing or whatever within these spaces, I'll say for this, I think the black woman was the first snitch.
No.
Wait a minute. Let me play this commercial right quick, y'all. Let me play this.
How you feel about that?
Bring me a couple of dollars. Guess what I'm gonna do?
What I'm saying is this, right?
Taylor Bell, $5. That's why I love Night's channel. I see the hard work.
Bars.
So I was just saying the reason why I was giving the assertion is because if you remember the Black Panther was so many women, right? The women were down for the cause. It was a point to where black women we were a tandem, right? We were at one point like Bonnie and Clyde, you know what I mean? And we had that
facts.
And then and we made that promise to each other that we're gonna see this thing through, but we fight for what we need to fight for, and then get what we need to get. Once we get what we need to get, then we can establish our families, establish us as a people. And it's somehow these promises got lost in the mix of once we came out, once we broke the bans, right? Once we got all that black people need to survive in this country, we were actually treated, we got right to vote, all this other shit. We then turned on each other. So the promises we broke the promises to each other of loyalty and trust and the building part, right? We threw all that away, right? We threw all that away for the love of money.
But I'll challenge you. Okay, boom. You got so many levels to actually go through like an egg. You know what I'm saying? There's 3 layers to the egg before you get into the middle. It is what it is with me, right? But most people really don't know, right? You could actually look this up, right? And I got this from Cerulean, right? He's like a dead entity in these spaces, matters that I don't really want to get into. It's the history of the Manospheres of 2.0, right? But he said this, right? When you look into Tent City, the Black Panther Party started in Louisiana, brother. You know what I'm saying? With Michael Skull, Michael, and what's the other brother name who started the Black Panther? Yeah, see, I don't know how to say the name like that. You understand? And then it spread it to California. So people need to understand that tenement right there. They need to understand the foundation of where the Black Panther Party started from. It started in Louisiana. It's called Tent City. Not a lot of people bought that to these spaces. Only that brother did. You know what I mean? Shouts out to him. I want to give credit where credit is due, right? Then you got to understand the other part of your complaint is that these were some young, impressionable people when they started these organizations. They was what in their
Yeah, they was
teenage
super young.
years.
Yeah,
They was 19, 18, 16.
yeah.
So at that time, it was more focused on the task at hand was the brutality that was going on within them communities, not having stoplights in them communities, you know what I mean, protecting them communities. They wasn't thinking about the love because the love was already there within that system. When you say when people used to go around saying blood was no organization.
Yeah,
It
that
was
was
love
like
for the
step
next
family.
your next counterpart. So the love was already there. But what happened was J. Edgar Hoover and the people, you know what I'm saying, came into play that was agents. If you watch Fred Hampton and that other dude, he got caught up stealing a light, a lamp in college, brother. Then he became an agent when you watch that Fred Hampton movie. So you have weak people who wasn't able to be savvy enough to deal with that time because they was dealing with grown man problems. You got teenagers who was dealing with grown people problems at that time, brother. You understand what I'm trying to say? So how can you deal with a powerful force like that? And you had COINTELPRO with another organization or a group of people that was actually grown men. So they was grown men trying to take down teenagers, brother. So you know they brain ain't even impressionable like that, but they was grown, they was young people dealing with grown people problems. You feel what I'm trying to say?
Yes. So bottom line is, black men and black women have failed each other.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that a tenet.
This is where
I don't think it.
Here's what you have called the sellouts, right? So we sold our people out.
Grown people sold out teenagers.
Now here we are in 2024, right? Or 2023, finna be 2024. That here we are, and this is where the translations get lost, right? This is where all the the building blocks get lost because we black people don't actually see what really was the root cause of our divisive behavior. So we just think, oh, well, all you gotta do is date better, pick better, get a better partner, nuclear family, right? That's one part. Another part is, don't worry about the women. Just work hard, get your bag up. Get your bag up. You know what I mean? And that comes to you.
All of that's wrong. All of that's wrong.
Right. I'm just saying,
What happened was,
oh, excuse me.
He went away from God.
Talk about it.
I'm just saying I'm not saying I wasn't yet. I mean, that's well, we never was with God. But all I'm saying
what?
is
Wow.
We had the perception of being with God.
I'm just saying these are the things that we're talking about today, right? Of what the reason.
Yeah, the problem today is that people went away from God.
They're telling the women you need to vet better, you need to be better.
Right, yo. I get that. Brother. But
let's have a conversation now. The problem is this. Most of these people will tell you that they don't mess with religion. They'll tell you that they're spiritual. And if you ask them to stand on something in that spirituality, they're going to tell you about everything but a God. They're going to be all emotion-based. So since we done went away from God and everybody's in their individualism, that's the problem. So it don't matter that you're in a relationship if y'all don't have no foundation. So one part, you don't believe you up under that umbrella. You don't think God, man, woman, and child. Because now you have people saying that Bible is a book for men. It don't have nothing to do with women. So you have women that tell you that the black woman is God. So they don't follow the Bible. So she can burn sage, take baths with crystals, and talk a bunch of whatever the fuck she's talking. And she's an empath, and she's conjuring shit. She might be a witch and all kind of other shit. So it don't matter how good you fuck her, talk to her, got good game. At the end of the day, it's going to be about individuals.
We don't talk about that, though. We don't talk about that, brother.
I do agree with that. I'm not, and that's exactly where I was going, right? Where my point is we blame and we point fingers at one another, one gender to another, but ultimately our hearts were darkened, and we chased after our desires and our selfish ambitions rather than the community and the children that we brought into this world.
But you skipped over the part that I was talking about. You skipped over what I was talking about when I broke down, you know what I mean, the origins of the Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? And you got, hold on, brother. I ain't say nothing when you talk. I ain't say nothing. I interrupt you. You know what I'm saying? I chill, right? And then you got to understand the other sentiments of Alexander the Great. He died at what age? Like 20 something, 21 or whatever the case may be. But the army still used, you know what I'm saying, his strategies of war. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about man, woman, and child, no, we gotta go to the foundation of things, like what Nidus was talking about, like how we got away from God. You know what I'm saying? Because this was acquired in schools. Like we all used to go to school, used to pass through the flag, or it was Bibles in schools, it was unity, you know what I'm saying? After you go from school, you used to go home, you used to have to wash up, make sure you do your homework, eat at the table, you know what I'm saying, pray together and all of them sentiments. We lost that, brother. We had structure. So we gotta go from the grass, we gotta go from the root of the tree.
I'm not
See, you talking about the branches, the leaves. Your talking points are like, hold on, brother.
Commercial, y'all. 1 second commercial.
Oh, okay.
Bring me a couple of dollars. Guess what I'm gonna do?
Well,
Thank you, J for the Cash App.
I was just paraphrasing.
Salute to the Cash App.
James, I mean, I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong at all, nor am I in disagreement. But what you did was just gave more detail. Nidus gave more detail. I was paraphrasing, right? I was paraphrasing everything and summing it up, A to B, A to Z, without going through all the detail. But it's cool. We can go into detail. That's fine.
Because the reason why that I like detail. No, you let me this. Okay, all right, yo. Do you, brother?
All I'm saying is, right? I'm not going to be able to talk. I'm going to mute in a second. All I'm saying, the broken promises between each other, right, and it became empty promises, right? Which will be our next show, Nidus. We should do the next show, right? The sequel. So these empty promises are now that we have emptied out our promises from each other, said, you know what? Fuck you. We do our own thing. Then we come onto these YouTube streets and we just go at each other's throats, right? We don't know how to be cordial. And we act like we ain't came from an origin of having to fight, bloodshed. Our women were great. Our men were humiliated. Police still brutality still exists of the Black community. And we act like, oh, well, that doesn't matter. Let's just keep destroying each other, and that makes us feel better. So that's why we love to play that.
Okay, I understand your sentiments, but look at the best of us, though. See, I understand why we gotta talk about the worst of us, but okay, boom, you got this thing going on talking about Black men been snitches since Nicky Bonds or since Alpo and all of these things, but nobody never dives deep into the Moss of Philadelphia, of Temple 12. You know what I'm saying? When you have great women and men that was there through the heart of it, took their prison chances, did what they did, came home, unity and all of that good stuff. You had brothers like Ron Harvey. Why nobody don't talk about Ron Harvey, despite what he did or whatever in the street levels, whatever, because at that time it was a different type of play. Why nobody talk about the laundromats that was built in these communities, the restaurants that was built in these communities, where the mosque used to go to the heart and talk to these gangsters? Because right now, right, this like Young Dolph. Young Dolph I don't think that Young Dolph should have been there at that cookie spot, right? He should have been behind the scenes, and whoever is the leader of that community, or whoever the spokesman for that community, and who could change the lives and in the eyes of these young impressionable people, should be the ones that's there talking for them, right? Because if you go to the heart of these YouTube spaces, you got ex-gang leaders, you know what I'm saying, that the government is funding for them to go back into their communities. Dudes who did like 25 years, 30 years in the penitentiary, who got ties to these streets and who could talk to these young, impressionable dudes, you know what I'm saying, how to change their lives, you know what I'm saying? And I think like the tech people, whoever live in these high places and gated communities, need to be behind the scenes and don't need to go to these disenfranchised communities, because they got their own people there who could like write a check, you know what I mean, to that organization, whatever the case may be. So there's many ways, brother, to get back to your community, you know what I'm saying? Even me, right? I'm in these communities right now talking to these young fashionable boys every single day, you know what I'm saying? I don't got the finances as I need it, but I talk to them throughout their day, tell them, hi, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? I know some of these young fashionable boys who actually hit us out here. You know what I'm saying? Because of the lifestyle that I used to live back in my day. So for the other dude to come up here and say that there's not a community in these communities, yes, it's a community within inside the community if you could talk to the right people. Yes, it's still here, brother. I still go outside each and every day and talk to these young boys. Sometimes they approach me, sometimes I approach them, man, and we have a community base. You feel me? So I just wanted to mute up right there.
I want to go back to the religion aspect, and then I'm gonna throw the government on it. So when we go back to the religion aspect, their problem with the Bible is they feel it's patriarchal, and they are telling you, listen to them, that the black woman is God. They're telling you it's a problem with it being the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, and no woman in that. They're telling you that sounds gay to them. Then when you put Hoover in there, who was a fucking cross-dresser, what was his thing? He's supposed to stop the Khalifa. He's supposed to stop God being born through you. So what did they infiltrate everything, because they are concerned about a Khalifa coming. They are concerned about a godchild coming amongst you. That's why Margaret Sanger coming to play in eugenics, and you have these baby deletions, and we get to a place where we have this self-hatred and all this other shit, because what you really are and what really can come through you, and then you even get to a point where you are aging because you can't love yourself. I said it earlier. When them dudes delete somebody, they don't just pop him a couple times. They stand over him and pepper him.
That's a fact.
It's self-hatred. They really doing that to themselves.
Well,
facts.
That is a theory that yet to be proven, but it can be well noted. But at the end of the day, though, we have to be held accountable for our actions.
What Night is just trying to tell you, brother, is like, yo, when you get a chance, watch Bachelor at a Party, yo, with T-Bone. T-Bone broke down. Know what I'm saying? You got a lot of Southern, because I was telling you about and Night is correcting me about what happened, what's going on in Louisiana, Tent City. Like in Louisiana, these are hatred white people that can't stand, you know what I'm saying, the common black man. You know what I'm saying? And who went into these police task force. They never seen a black man or a black woman or a black child before in their lives, probably. You know what I'm saying? Within that system. So they came to LA, and then so they brought that racial attitude into the police forces, bro. You know what I'm saying? So as they traveling, you know what I mean, throughout the community, they wanted to kill the black man, woman, or child, bro. You gotta watch that documentary called Bachelor at a Party, and we need a part 2 of this conversation.
Listen, James. Listen.
So I'm gonna go on mute because I know other brothers
down,
that's on this panel.
break it down.
Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah. No, I was just telling him, break it down. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so I'm not going to deny America's possibility in the war that they've waged on us. I'm not denying that at all. But I also won't deny our part in our self-destruction. right? Our part in how we treat each other day to day, daily. Our part in how we show respect and admiration for our history of what our fathers died for, so we can get to this point. How we disregard it and dismiss those things for the things that do us the most harm. So if we want to sit here and blame, I'll play the blame game or victim mentality, whatever you want to do. Watch a documentary about how Black people were attacked by American government. Okay. But that does not answer the questions, nor does that make or heal us.
No, I'm not.
Almost done. I'm almost done.
I'm not trying to say that, bro. I'm
not done. I'm not done, brother. I'm almost there.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna land it. That does not take away the responsibility as a people to why we don't have it together now. Why do we still want to lean on the past progressions and not look at our future endeavors for building a nuclear family, building Black businesses, building, the Black children, make sure they have places to go so they can be productive, not counterproductive. All these things, right? There's no more excuses. We have enough knowledge.
So
we are established at this point, and we have the
so are you gonna
do this?
Okay, yo. So are you gonna land the plane? You know what I'm saying? Because right now you still trying to fly the plane right now. You know what I'm saying? And no diss to you or whatever, but I'm trying to land the plane with my sentiments and like, okay, boom. I'm trying to yo. So you got a lot of puzzles everywhere, right? I'm trying to fill in the puzzles. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a book that you could read called Elizabeth Hinton. You know what I'm saying? And I got that book from Angry Man. You know what I'm saying? One of the books. I got many books that he talked about. And her book was talking about it's a systematic system. You know what I'm saying? But me personally being on this panel, I'm just trying to say the good things that happened with the Black Panther Party. There was actually good things that happened, yo. But once you take the head off, you know what I'm saying? Now you got a lot of snakes and a lot of rats that's out here, bro. Back then, it was about having a code of conduct, yo, but how you present yourself, your posture, your attitude. Even in the mosque, you can't even argue with another person unless you have a mediator. Right now, in these spaces, we don't even have a mediator. Throughout these spaces, throughout hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Okay, yo, what if a Black man, woman, or child going through hard times right now? It should be a system in place where people could like save up donations and give that Black woman or child or Black woman if she going through hardship. They don't got that in the churches. They don't got that within any other spaces. At one particular time, yo, when the three horsemen of these spaces were going through their thing, you know what I'm saying? Angry Man was the one who squashed the beef with Old Boy, which was Old Man, because this space was worth a lot of money in one particular time, and behind the scenes they did squash the beef, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that could have been great for these spaces if brothers or sisters can't pay their light bill, can't, you know what I mean, don't have food on the table. That could have been implemented in these spaces, bro. And even throughout hip hop, you know what I'm saying? I think Nas about to do that right now for like old school hip hop artists who's down on their luck. You know what I'm saying? Who don't got no insurance or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? To the lack of their whatever their contract was. Nas about to implement a policy plan where he about to give out like health policies, you know what I'm saying? And that need to be implemented into spaces, bro. So I'm not always gonna talk about the down or disgrace my people, because I think that we always made it happen. Even through the crack epidemic, we still made it happen. Even through the pandemic, we still made it happen, and we still prosperous now. So on that note, I'm gonna go on mute.
People like you are dangerous.
We should be dangerous.
Thank you very much, because they say that about Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? Because at one particular time, Malcolm X, because even though they said, because there's a powerful scene, because even after statement right there, there's a scene when Malcolm X was with the chief of the police, you know what I'm saying? And he told them people to march, you know what I'm saying? Go left or whatever, yo, because even the chief of police say the same thing about Malcolm X in that powerful scene that was actual with Denzel Washington. And me and him do celebrate the same birthday, which is December 28th. So it is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? I love Denzel.
Okay, here's a question I have for you, Mr. Kills. James Kills. All right. What race killed Malcolm X? What took him out? Who took him out?
The government.
But what race did it?
They said some black folks. I still say the government.
They got it. They did it.
The government is not a race.
Hey, yo, thank you, Nidish. Thank you for holding me down, Nidish.
They say other Muslims did it.
Well, but the thing is, right, through history.
Wait. I want to get it. I want to get it to AK right quick.
No one man should have all that power.
But
yo, thank you, Nidish. Yo, you make my day today, bro. You made my freaking day today, bro.
But you know that was.
I know you had that. I know you had that clip, yo.
Conversation. That was a showmanship, I call, but it had no validity nor foundation because they were already divided amongst each other, right? A lot of them were backbiting each other to the CIA, DEA, whatever, right? So
no, it wasn't. Hey, yo, bro.
Hold on, James.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you a story about Marcelli, right? He was one of the Black Panthers' finest, right? His name was Mr. Brown, right? He was Marcelli, and he ended up dying in pen. But he told me that he was rolling with Tupac Shakur dad, all them, they were putting the work in.
You talking about
the thing he told me, right? The very thing he told me.
Are you talking about Mutulu Shakur?
Yes.
That's not his father.
Well, whatever Shakur is, one of Shakur.
No. He got his name for him, but that is not his father.
Well, that's what he said. I don't know. Y'all can dispute that. I really don't care. But the point I'm making is the Black Panthers fell, the Nation of Islam fell within its own house, right? Brothers they're working with the CIA, telling on each other, giving up the information, right? So, yeah, that was nice. Nice mark. It was all, he pointed the finger and they go, that was a showmanship. I give you that. But that wasn't impressive because why? The results were contradictory of that showmanship, right? Because ultimately we fell from within. The house divided against itself can't stand. So
that's interesting. You know why, Ruthless? What is America's biggest standpoint? The thing they talk the most shit about.
Well,
I'll tell you. A moonwalk in the 70s. They said they landed on the moon.
Oh, okay.
And what is one of our biggest celebrations? A moonwalk in the 70s, Michael Jackson. Symbolism mean a whole lot to us. So we can say that Malcolm X is a powerful symbol. We can say Martin Luther King is a powerful symbol. We can say Seneca Village, Rosewood, Black Wall Street, all that shit is powerful symbols. It means we're capable of doing that. Okay, that's real shit that happened where we stood up. The thing is, we stand up, we get knocked down. What happened is now in recent time, we don't make those kind of stances anymore.
Okay. Once again, I'm not.
Do you hear about black inventors nowadays? Do you hear about black astrologers nowadays? Do you hear about black violinists, black pianists?
Yeah.
We all want to be football players. This is what they say, and rappers.
Well, that's
basketball players.
That's not true. That's
athletics not true. And fucking.
That is true, bro. Bro, we don't even highlight like what Night is saying. We don't highlight our black scholars. Okay, it's like the freaking banana in the tailpipe. Like, yo, I think that we did better in Jim Crow when they was beating us over the head, telling us that we can't go to white restaurants and all of that stuff.
Sure.
We had more inventors back then than every day before. That's a fact.
Yes, they made shit
when they was on our asses.
We got softer.
Okay, so I'm just going back to your point.
Facts. When we wanted to go to their jobs and all of this clock in and clock out, that's when we got soft, bro. We had our own medicine.
So let's have a conversation. So the problem is this, right?
We could do that, bro. Go ahead. I'm on mute.
So the problem is, I remember growing up in the hood, right? That if you were a nerd or a square, the other black would make fun of you. They would disassociate with you, right? We were always divided amongst if you were not with or like-minded to those. So yeah, you say symbolism is power. It's a delusion of power. It's an illusion of power. But is it actual power? Hell no,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Because
Yes. it
once
is.
again, it did not take us where we need to go, nor are we in a better place because of it. So therefore, yeah, back to the point. Malcolm X, that looked nice. Looked nice. I'll give you that. Beautiful. But the results are in, right? And that's what matters. Results matter. The
Yeah.
black community
So
is in shambles, and the results of the black community are historically embarrassing. We have no decorum. We can't even have conversations half the time. We can't even look at each other in the face. Now, this self-hate thing, I don't think that's the problem. I just think people love to hate other people, especially their own. I digress.
Okay. So here's the thing. We have to put it in that time. So Malcolm died when? Do you know when Malcolm died?
I don't know what year.
Do you know when Martin Luther King died?
No.
They was young men. They were still
No,
young.
the years.
They was in a.
The years that they
Oh,
died.
I don't know the year. I don't know the
Okay,
year.
so
Hold on.
Martin Luther King died before I was born. I want to say like 68, around about that Vietnam time. And then Malcolm died not further after that, in the 70s, right? Their legacy and legend affected my life because black people were still together. I give it a good another 20 years after them. Who was after them? Jesse Jackson, who they say was involved in the MLK problem. Al Sharpton, who they say was involved in telling and whatever else. Those were selected leaders, not elected leaders. So the problem is that once again, we ran away from God and we went away from leadership. So now what you hear everybody saying, they don't want no leaders. And now what you hear people that other people think are leaders say, they say they're not leaders, they're influencers. So you will always hear Tariq Nasheed say over and over again, I ain't nobody leader. You always hear Andrew Tate say over and over again, I'm not nobody leader. But they're influencers. They influence people. But what are they saying? Beyond when you break through all the bullshit, where is your manhood? Where is your masculinity? Why are you going away from what your birthright is? And a lot of dudes be pussyfooting, kowtowing, and really acquiescing because they concerned. Listen, don't tell me about your religion. If you love God that much, why you ain't in a rush to get back to him?
Hold on, yo. Malcolm X died in 1965, and Martin Luther King
65,
Jr. died in 1968.
I would say
Yeah.
crack
First Malcolm
epidemic
died,
happened in
then MLK
1984.
died.
Up until 1984, black people were still strongly together. So my point is still clear. After their deaths, they still had strong influence. When I was a little kid, we had a fucking what's that shit called? Velvet fucking picture in the house of MLK, Malcolm X, and John Kennedy. Everybody had them shits. And back then, I saw plenty of fathers, plenty of whole families. Now we get after 84, after the crack epidemic, I don't see so much of that no more. I don't
Yeah,
see so
yo,
much
because they
people on the
said
black people
they
shit.
said the family union was more stick together back in the time that you just mentioned, like this. You heard
For damn sure.
that's a whole fact. So that's no dispute in these spaces. Everybody said that. They said there was more intact families. You know what I'm saying?
So if
Before
you
and
had a cousin
after
that was on
that
drugs, if you
situation.
had somebody that was homeless, they didn't have to be because you had Big Mama House, you had multiple
Oh, that's a
places
fact.
and people that could protect you. Now you go after the crack epidemic, not so much. It dies after that. You don't hear about leadership after that. So once again, people went away from God.
Mm-hmm.
They went away from manhood and masculinity, and now we're here where everything is fluent. Homosexuality, the spirituality. They don't even talk about God no more.
Well,
The music changed. You gotta put the music up in there too because
Yeah,
it was a different
around
type of
about that time, we
tone.
had right after Malcolm X and Martin Luther King died, everything was
Mm-hmm.
what they was talking about
right.
androgyny.
But here's the thing, right?
Disco was all gay as fuck.
But here's the thing, right?
Mm.
Let's have a conversation. So here it is.
Go
Like,
ahead.
Martin Luther King, right? All them, right? They were subservient to self-ambition, right? Martin Luther King was not a true. The people put him up there because he had a great voice and he was a leader, I guess, spoken for the congregation when it came to, you know, whatever biblical thing they want to hear. But if you do the research, he wasn't even a true Christian. So then we go to Malcolm X.
What?
Right? Who was a subservient, right? And we know that the Nation of Islam is one of the most racist, right, organizations there is, right? Because they think that the black man gonna be only and all this other stuff, right?
Oh, excuse me.
So they came into it with divisive speeches. You know what I mean? Don't eat pork. Don't do this. Don't do that. But then to sell you a beef, right? They didn't come to a freeway. They sold you that beef pie, right? Because ultimately, capitalism was their friend. So they didn't leave. They didn't go away from God, right? They went to the very God that they worshiped, which was Benjamin Franklin. Let's keep it real. They worship and bow.
Hold on.
Benjamin Franklin. I digress.
But on that part right there, when you're talking about money is the root of all evil, right? They only say that in black churches. Have you ever been to a Jewish church? They don't say that. They don't say the root is the root is
not the root of
evil, bro.
They
don't say
that. And Ruthless is disingenuous for saying that shit. It's not money is the root of all evil. It's the worship of money.
I said the love of money.
The worship of money.
Same thing.
No, it's not.
Go
love someone.
They don't say that in the Jewish church, bro. Have you ever been to a Jewish church? They love money. The Jewish community love money. How come they built? How come when you go to a Jewish community, they got libraries?
Not Jew. You can't say this is the Jewish internet. Small.
Oh yeah, yo, I love them. Small hats. My bad. Small hat. I love the small hat community. My bad. Damn, I be forgetting, yo. I apologize like this.
Now, look at this.
A fact.
Look at this right
they
here.
turn 13 and they have a bar mitzvah, a bar mitzvah. What do? They pass envelopes around full of cash.
Look at this right here. They got you scared to death just to even say their name.
Oh no, I don't give a fuck about them.
What? Come on, bro. Do you got a channel?
It don't have nothing to do with fear. This is the Beyonce's internet. You know it is. You get on your channel and start talking.
They looking good right now, yo. Now that's an uproar right there.
That you can stay up if you want to say all that extra shit.
I don't have
nothing to say. Okay, so Rufus, when you start your channel, we're not gonna say deletion. We're not gonna say small head. We're gonna say all the shit.
That's fine.
What up, Vapors?
I just edited.
What up, fam? What up, Knight?
What up, though, man? What up, hey, yo, fam. Yo, your avatar is ill. Your avatar is ill, DJ. I like your avatar, bro.
Oh, I dig it, bro. Appreciate that, man.
That's a tight Bobby Smurder picture you got.
Where you from? New Orleans, too?
Outside.
Where you from? New Orleans, bro?
No, I'm from Baltimore, man.
Yo, man. My father, say what you want to say about Baltimore. They got some of the flyers, hospitals. Baltimore. Okay, so I don't got that's what I ain't talking. No, I'm talking about my father passed away out there, bro. Y'all got some nice. The hospitals look like a castle out there, bro. They got a castle hospital.
Oh yeah,
but some of the most man, but it's far out though. But go ahead, bro, because you definitely graced the platform, man. How you feel about the conversation, bro?
Man, I feel like Rufus is out of pocket. That was very disingenuous about MLK, man. Don't do that, man. That's terrible, man. That's what they be saying about these old heads, man. Sway was right, man. These old heads, man, they terrible.
Hey, yo, I'm an old head. Yo, but luckily I was raised with Wu-Tang. I was raised around Wu-Tang, you know what I'm talking about?
No,
that's the type of time I was, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, RZA,
Oh, no,
Jizza, you know what I'm talking about? Old dirty bastard, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
See, yo, but they don't know nothing about us. So, see, because the Gen X's, yo, we keep it. You know what I mean? That fire though. We
What
still
up,
got that
Prime? What up,
fire in
Prime?
us.
How you feeling, bro?
Martin Luther King was worst thing that happened to the black community.
Oh wow! What?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is
That
debauchery, man.
man lost his
What Martin
father.
Luther King do to
See,
you, man?
he lost his father. He witnessed his father get assassinated inside the church, bruh.
First
His
of all, he
father,
got
bruh,
hella
he was
doctorates,
there.
and he was in the Baptist church heavily. He was involved in the church heavily. Like, that was terrible.
That's a fact. And didn't his mama get killed in the church too? His father got killed in the church and his mama? Like, nobody don't want to bring that up though, but they always want to talk about, oh, he was bad for the church because he had a voice. I don't
Coretta
get
was
that,
the
bro.
backbone. And let's not forget
Yo,
Coretta.
and she didn't care about everything because when you read the book called Something in the Rain, I don't know the book. Know what I mean? Yo, he was a flight. Yes, he was doing this thing. He had his little shorties back then or whatever. Know what I mean? But he made a way for the peoples though, bruh. He took chances. And he took penitentiary chances. He took penitentiary chances.
That's the problem. He did the work. It's facts. Yes. That's the difference between then and now. Like,
ain't none of you dudes gonna get hit with no brick and still go to jail every other man. That man was going to jail every other day.
On business, like Nidus was saying. There's not no men
staying on business.
That's standing on business. That's really gonna stand on business. And like,
how many of you dudes was willing to take that chance back then? You dudes ain't even do half of the things. See, you people talk about Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X. What have y'all done that's greater than them? What work y'all put in? Y'all dudes be on the internet. I'm not saying all of y'all, but some of you dudes just be on the internet. Yo, these dudes was in the field at the height of racism.
Oh no!
At the height of it,
them guys,
water holes attacking you, K9 dogs attacking you. Yo, you getting hit in the head with bricks.
See, the problem is
you gotta sit on the back of the bus and still wake up the next day, be like, I'm gonna still be with my people. Some of you dudes would have laid down the first day.
James, like, that's the problem. We really didn't protect those people. That's the problem. That's the difference. Like,
exactly. They used to mock them fucking Black Panthers.
And they died broke though. And they died broke though.
You gonna get us killed.
That's a fact. Ain't no sense in being around with black people if they gonna kill. Yo, these people are no longer living with us, but they still spit on their grave, yo. These people is no longer here right now, and y'all still diss these people. That's a fact. Look what they did to Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant passed away not too long ago. What happened? They talked junk about him the same day. Same day they talked junk about him.
You know what Martin Luther King did? He taught black people how to be humiliated by other races and hate ourselves.
They got Martin Luther King up out of here because he said he felt he led his people into a burning house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yo, because he never should have talked about the Vietnam War.
Man. I have a dream.
He had the feds on him, man. He was the truth, man.
That's a fact.
Put respect on MLK name, man.
That's why I say he was the worst thing for the black community.
No, because he was started talking about that money.
He straightened it out. But you won't give him credit for straightening it out, though.
He confessed he led to a burdened house. That is an indictment on the foolishness of the movement.
No, that's corruption. That's
you don't
called.
Think it was no power in his first movement. You don't think it's power in it right now? He stopped it from being about black and made it about poor people.
There's no power in it because we all work in the history of America.
When he started talking about the Vietnam War, that was kind of like his downfall when he started talking about the money in the Vietnam War, bro. Like, let's keep it real, bro.
That's the thing, though.
And it's not about a bloody coup, but I'll let him speak for himself. This is what Martin said.
I don't see the answer to our problem in riots. So my slogan is not burn, baby, burn. My slogan is build, baby, build. Organize, baby, organize. Learn, baby, learn so that you can earn, baby, earn. That's my slogan.
Yo, that sounds like a guy that'll slap the shit out of somebody. Like
that's a fact. That's what I'm talking about. Like, yo, they talking. See, now he gone.
man.
Yo, they won't say this in that man
Ain't
face.
nobody finna march today. Ain't nobody finna let no dolls get put on them today. Ain't nobody
That's
finna,
what I'm.
listen. We just
Talk
watched
that.
a couple years ago that whole protest stuff. There was mostly
Black
women
Lives
out
Matter,
there.
yeah.
There was
Now,
mostly
hold on,
women
now,
out
hold
there.
on. Now hold on.
But they don't want to talk about that, Nightish.
Hold up.
They made a whole bag. Hold on. They made a whole bag off of black people, off of black men death. They made it. Yo, Shorty bought a mansion. Matter of fact, she bought 2 mansions. But you don't want to talk about that though. You don't want to talk about Shorty getting 2 mansions off of black man death though. You don't want to talk about that.
Let's go back further than that. Let's go back to the LA riots, right? After
Ooh, James, you hitting the
Ugly
sore
ass.
spot. You hitting the sore spot.
Hold on. I lived that. I was participated in that.
You talking about with Rodney the King and all that?
Bro, nigga, listen. Give your ears the same chance you get.
Go ahead, bro.
Right? So what I'm saying is the Rodney King riots, like I thought for a moment, right, that we all would come together for greater good. And I was a participant. I had body for knocking niggas out.
But don't incriminate yourself though, bro. Don't incriminate yourself, bro.
Then I was arrested. I went into the
Yeah,
county
no doubt.
jail. And you know the first thing I seen? You know the first thing I seen in the county jail?
What you saying, bro?
Black violence was at a greater propensity than ever before after the fucking right during the Rodney King riot. I said, I don't understand. This is life for me. Wait a minute. All this motherfucking work we put in against these white folks, and we up in here killing each other in the fucking county jail. And right then,
delete.
Right
hold on, bro.
Right
you sure?
Deleting each other, deleting each other.
Right then, I said I would never participate.
I heard the riots was like a peace treaty, like the Bloods and the Crips came together and all of that. I don't know how long it lasted for, but I heard that was unity. So you telling me when that was going down, people was getting like deleted?
No. Well, I mean, well, some of was. Some people get stumped to death.
I'm saying, but that ain't bring unity throughout the gangs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? With the Bloods and the Crips and all of that stuff. Like, I'm not from there, yo, but I got an uncle that's up there. But I don't know, like, the behind the scene thing that was going on. You feel me? So you got more
There
knowledge
was no
than me.
behind the scenes, man. That's all cap, man. That's the
I'll
problem.
Okay.
I'll tell you what I lived. Okay? I went to the
Okay, go ahead, bro.
And when I walked in there, the Crips and Bloods hate each other even more. I couldn't believe it. They were putting each other on
wow. I don't know.
on stretchers, sending niggas out. Even the niggas that wasn't gangbanging, and they thought you was gangbanging, they were taking you out. This is buffoonery. I said I would never
No.
be foolish to participate in this again.
No. Here's what you're saying. The black man.
Go ahead, Nighty.
I couldn't hear what you said.
The black man hates himself.
He hates his brothers.
But why do we? Why?
He hates his brothers.
Why do we hate ourselves?
Okay, let's
though?
go
Why?
when he hates his brother. So if he hates his brother, why is he on everything? How often do I run up to a nigga that tell me I'm on everything? I'm drinking, I'm smoking weed, I'm on oxy, I got some fentanyl. Why is he on everything if he loves himself?
That's crazy.
Because he puts himself first.
That's crazy.
That's
but like I said, Nightish, back in the woo. Hold on, brother. Brother. But hold on, brother. Yo, you got to give everybody a chance else to talk too. Yo, bro.
He asked me a direct question.
Oh, go ahead, yo. Do your thing, yo. I ain't about to, I ain't about to get ignorant. I ain't
gonna be long.
Go ahead, bro.
He just like, listen, the very thing that we are complaining about our women about now, about selfishness. Same thing our black men were about. They stopped being about start being about selfishness. So they taking drugs, killing each other, taking each other out, and making themselves feel good after by getting high. So that's self-love.
But it's not big. But it's not big as y'all think it is. Because if you go to the FBI table,
yes, sir.
No.
We're gonna end the stream right there.
Oh, that's self-hatred. If you taking 5 different, come on, bro, that's love. Yeah, yo.